Hi, and welcome to the NLP Phobia technique by BrainDrive. Although a phobia can take years to cure by conventional methods, the NLP phobia treatment, which involves disassociation, can cure phobias in one session. One key characteristic holding a phobia together is that it is very associated. A traumatic incident sucks the person back into the past and repeats it time and time again, so this person is stuck in the same strategy. It's healthy to have a small amount of fear when it comes to things that can hurt us, such as snakes or even spiders. It's only when this fear or anxiety reaches a level where it starts to interfere with our everyday living that it becomes an issue. Research suggests that we're only born with two fears: a fear of loud noises and a fear of falling. And basically, all other fears are learnt. Armed with this knowledge that phobias are a learned behaviour, we also know that behaviours can be unlearned, such as biting your fingernails or even smoking. When our thought patterns become associated with an object, or what is also known as a stimulus, it is then at that very initial point is where we make a decision based on previous experiences, resilience, and stress levels that we approach this with either a sense of curiosity or a sense of fear. So if I put a spider in front of you, which one would you rather have? Would you rather see it as a sense of curiosity, or would you rather be fearful? This technique is successful based on the fact that it deals directly with your emotional brain and that your sensory perceptions will be disarmed. This will target the visual and auditory aspects first, and then move on to the disassociation, or which is also known as the emotional response part. You will then be taken through a step-by-step process and with what each step involves. So please, take your time, follow the guide, slow down, and no rushing through it. Learn it thoroughly and learn it well. If you need to, press pause. Module 1. Association and Disassociation. Before you begin this exercise, there's some important information you need to know. The most important pieces of information is learning association and disassociation. This will be the foundation upon which we will build this process on as a phobia based on an associated state. Without learning how to control these two emotive states, this technique will hold no grounds in which to remove the phobia. Association is when you are connected with a specific event. So, being the active participant. And this is the reason you have found this training program. Due to an associated experience you wish to extinguish. For example, a fear of spiders, snakes, or even heights. I will take you through two exercises firstly to ingrain association and disassociation. Again, if you need to pause during any time in this video, just press pause. So firstly, can you think of a time when you were completely happy? See what you see, hear what you hear, and feel what you feel. This is also known as a subjective experience, when you can fully immerse yourself into an experience, feeling what you feel, seeing what you see, and hearing what you hear. Disassociation is when you're having no sense of attachment and just having an objective experience, being able to distance yourself from a situation. So moving away from having any feelings associated with an event, but still hearing the sounds and being able to visualize the object or scenario. So disassociation is when you are detached from something, observing it. For example, imagine watching yourself running a 100-meter sprint on TV. You may want to close your eyes for this exercise. And notice what you hear and notice what you see. but also notice that there's no feelings, like sweating from puffing for breath. There's no pain in your legs. Your arms are not moving. Now you're starting to get the hang of it. How about this for an exercise? Try closing your eyes for a minute and imagine yourself floating above yourself, and at the same time, you're looking down at yourself from a few meters above. You can also imagine looking at yourself laying down in a comfortable bed and falling asleep. If you have not reached the point of disassociation yet, or not getting the grasp of this, pause the video and try something else. This is only just to get you accustomed to the technique. And for this exercise, it needs to be nailed. Module 2, Anchoring. So what is an anchor? An anchor may be a sound, an image, a touch, a smell, or even a taste. And it's to trigger a consistent response in you or in someone else. So what do you think of when you think of toast? Maybe a sound of the toaster popping up, or the smell? Or what do you think of when you get a cuddle? Maybe a feeling, a warm feeling, fingers wrapping around your back? Or what about what comes to mind when I say Coca-Cola? Maybe a colour or a sound? Anchoring is also used with dogs or any other domesticated animal. We can feed animals food in order to achieve a behaviour, and this is the same as anchoring. So what we want to do is achieve a certain behaviour when an anchor is fired. So it does not matter what it is. It is an association between an object and one of our 5 senses: visual, auditory, kinesthetic, olfactory, or gustatory. Okay, let's begin.